We all want to make a difference. Many say Ian Mauser did better than most.
His ability to just connect with people and really get to know you. But I never realized, I guess, just how big it was until now.
Founder of Portland-based My Voice Music, Mauser helped thousands of children and teens find their passion, their drive, by creating safe spaces. It was about a lot more than music.
The main focus still being those relationships. Music was just kind of the conduit.
For Amber Singleton, this program meant everything.
Honestly, they saved my life as a kid. I mean, I really struggled a lot as a kid and felt very alone, and they provided that space. Ian provided that space and that support to just feel accepted and figure my stuff out.
Rainyani Paris came following her love of music. She stayed because of the people, especially the leader, Ian Mauser. She can't believe he's gone.
This is a huge loss for me and all of us in Portland.
On October 14th, Ian Mauser was hit and killed by a pickup truck in Arizona. 4 days into a cross-country ride. He dreamed of the trip for years.
He also dedicated it to NVM and the staff, and just wanted to I think encompass his life's mission and also his life's work into one thing, and just was on his journey, and I think he did it well.
Isaac Scott started with My Voice Music when he was 14. He's older now, but still feels Mauser's influence.
It's been a while since I've been here, and it's hitting me how much his legacy is going to continue. He made all of this possible, and I don't see his impact stopping anywhere soon.
His life work will go on in the lives of those who loved him.
There's a vision, there's a dream that I definitely think was going to be sought out to the fullest extent.
He's more than just, the figurehead or the face of My Voice. He was just a good dude, a genuinely good, selfless, compassionate person.
Friends and supporters plan to gather this Saturday to celebrate Ian's life. There will be a bike ride and then a community sing-along at Laurelhurst Park starting at 6 p.m.
All right, thank you, Alma. Quite the loss. Now to an update on a police shooting in Clark County that happened on Sunday. It left one person dead and police bullets flying into nearby homes as sheriff's deputies shot at the suspect. Today, the Clark County Sheriff issued a statement. It reads in part, quote, "We are trained to be aware of the backdrop, crossfire, and surroundings. However, in a split-second life and death decision, deputies must weigh the risk to themselves and others and the totality of the circumstances when applying force." It goes on to say, "I'm concerned about those that experienced property damage in this incident, and we have aggressively sought to facilitate arrangements for damages to be fixed or compensated." Yesterday, we learned that the man shot and killed was 28-year-old Kafan Carew. Deputies say they tried to stop his car Sunday morning, but he wouldn't pull over. It led to a chase where they say Carew pointed a gun at them, and that's when they shot him. Some hopeful news, sort of, in the fight against COVID. Researchers predict Oregon will reach herd immunity in just over 2 months from right now, although a lot more people will likely get infected along the way. OHSU data scientist Peter Graven estimates the state could reach herd immunity against the Delta variant by December 26th. That would reach the threshold. To reach that, 85% of the population either has to be vaccinated or develop natural immunity through a COVID infection. At that point, the virus would have a much harder time finding people to infect. Overall, COVID cases in Oregon have trended downward since early September. Even though the strain on hospitals is starting to ease, Graven says more than a fifth of people living in Oregon are still vulnerable to the infection. He predicts another 177,000 infections before the state reaches herd immunity.
I would estimate probably around 700 deaths, in fact. And so, that to me is not really a relief. That's going to be more people that are going to have to go through this.
At this point, Graven says there is nothing to suggest a surge from a new variant, but that could change at any time. He said it's important to keep following safety protocols like wearing a mask and getting vaccinated. We're also getting a better look at the numbers behind the state vaccine mandates, and it's clear Oregon has been much more willing to keep state workers in their jobs than Washington. Here's how it all breaks down. In Oregon, more than 40,000 people were under the mandate. Nearly 34,000 got vaccinated, and 11%, or about 4,300, got religious exemptions. In Oregon, an exemption means you can still keep your job. That is not the case in Washington state, where more than 63,000 people are under the mandate. More than 56,000 got vaccinated. About 7% got a religious exemption. But in Washington, only 3% were granted an accommodation and able to keep their job. The struggles for one Portland business go far beyond the pandemic. Fire destroyed the Portland garment factory earlier this year. But as Catherine Cook reports, it also revealed just how much love the community had to share.
You know, it was 6 months yesterday.
For Britt Howard, the last 6 months felt like a lifetime. 6 months since losing her life's work. A 3-alarm fire destroyed her business, Portland Garment Factory, on Southeast 79th. Police arrested a woman for arson. The community rallied.
That we didn't forget at all about how everyone showed up.
And raised $125,000 for Howard. Last month, she moved her business, which creates clothing and soft goods, into its new home.
Our new space is amazing and dreamy.
The building on Southeast 97th is bigger. It has solar panels and multiple levels for quieter workspaces.
That night, I think I put my roller skates on and we roller skated, and a lot of different friends came over, and we popped some champagne.
Howard is grateful for all of it, especially her employees.
People, oh, you're here today. I thought you were working from home. Oh, I had to come in. You know, they're excited to be in there. And
the new Portland Garment Factory isn't open yet. Howard hopes next month. Like so many businesses know, supply chain issues are making things tough.
So we've had so many setbacks, and now I'm in a bigger space. It's more expensive, and everything there's a lot more pressure, believe it or not. So my hope is that we figure it all out and that we can keep doing what we love to do.
Like giving back to the community. Portland Garment Factory was one of the first to mass produce and donate face masks. They've also made coats and blankets for donation drives. It's easy to see why so many people helped them.
We can't wait to host people in our new space and be able to say thank you in person.
Catherine Cook, KGW News.
Many Oregon school districts are dealing with staffing shortages, so now the Beaverton district is offering incentives, trying to fill hundreds of jobs. People who choose to stay on as employees in certain categories are going to get a $500 bonus, as will new hires. Roles include bus drivers, nutrition services, custodians, school office assistants, and substitutes for those positions. The district calls the shortage a real strain on the system.
Is every administrator, every supervisor, every dispatcher and mechanic are actually, those who can, are running bus routes every day. That works in the short term, but that also means that they're not doing their jobs as administrators, supervisors, mechanics, and dispatchers.
And that's a problem. In total, there are more than 550 openings in the Beaverton district, and that does not include substitute teachers who are not eligible for that incentive. That would have to be negotiated with the teachers union. Officials say the vaccine mandate did not greatly impact the shortage. 15 full-time employees out of about 4,600 are on unpaid leave. Some are expected back in November after being fully vaccinated.